Well, hello everybody, welcome to Chicago. Let me get the Wi-Fi going on my second phone here. I started and I just noticed that the hotspot's turned off here, so we'll cross Lake Street here. We'll see if we're still streaming okay here. It looks like we are. It looks like we're running on the 5G, so we'll see if we can John James, I see you can see me there. Thanks for tuning in here. Welcome to the noontime lunch bunch walk here on YouTube. Hey, Anna Marie, Chris, how you doing there? Yeah, thanks for tuning in from Michigan. Christy Draper, how you doing there? Eric, May, hey, thanks for tuning in. Eric and Heather B, thanks everybody. Yeah, we'll cross the street here. We'll head into the loop here. So we'll cross Michigan Avenue. We got about 60 degrees. It's a little cool today because it's overcast and there's rain threatening in the forecast later today. We'll see if I can make my walk home tonight on TikTok without getting wet. But hey, Jonathan, how you doing there? Yeah. Krista, yeah, thanks for tuning in. John James, there's a little scooter. But yeah, we'll head west here on Lake Street, see if we get some L trains going by. Oh, Cinco de Mayo, yeah, it's not here yet, but it's coming up here. It's the Broken English Taco Pub, getting ready for Cinco de Mayo. It's always so funny. I've been in Mexico for Cinco de Mayo. It's not even that big of a deal in most of Mexico. It's only one certain province that goes back to the, war they had with France there back in, or is it the Spanish or the Mexican Independence War, or is it the war they had with Maximilian there? But I think it's just a marketing thing for the beer companies that want to promote their brand, Cinco de Mayo. But hey, well, I'm all for it. I'm all for any holiday where we got an excuse to party and enjoy different cultures here. Pokey Ramen. Here we're on Mammoth is coming soon. They're Mammy Pokey Ramen here. So they got one in Bucktown. They got one in downtown. So we'll keep you updated if there's new store starts up here. Amber, Andres, yeah. Hey, thanks for tuning in there. Michael Anderson, yeah. Sharon, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning into the Lunch Bunch. So hey, I guess that trial's going on right now, right? That's what I saw that in the news there. I couldn't resist. I saw Triumph the Insult Dog was interviewing people in front of the trial there, and that was always good comic relief. Triumph the Insult Dog from Conan O'Brien there, but maybe it was somebody else impersonating Triumph. It was funny. Here's the hey, let's film this. They got this lift statue. Here's the Virgin Hotels. We tried to film this the other day, and there was a group of people gathered here. Look, Miss Ricky's. You go to Miss Ricky's, go up to the 26th floor, the Sunrise. But here's the Lips couch you can sit on here. The Virgin Hotels. It always reminds me of the Rolling Stones. But here, yeah, Triumph's great. We gotta laugh at the absurdity of what's transpiring with that trial right there. There it is, right there, Trump Tower. But here, let's head over towards State Street. We'll go by the Chicago Theater, see if they updated the marquee at all. And we'll head through the loop here. Yeah, yesterday we went down to the Buckingham Fountain and through Grant Park. It was sunshine, so since it's cloudy today, I'll stick in the loop. We went by the Riverwalk this morning on TikTok, so there'll be plenty of time to do that later in the week, hopefully on YouTube. But thanks everybody for joining here. And yeah, thanks for tuning in here. Just cruise through the loop. Hey, they're cleaning the windows, looking nice. Harold Washington Library. Yeah, I got a good piece of info from Kenny. This used to be called the Loop College, I think, or something else. It was something. Of course, they named it in honor of Harold Washington after he tragically died in office in the 80s. There's Cesar's Tacos. So it was a college before that, which makes sense. And here's Orange Line train heading through the loop there, stopping for signals, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah, it's always an issue, you know, these older State and Lake and some of the older stations like Quincy. It's always an issue with trying to get your luggage up the stairs there. I'm trying to get across the street here, get in position to cross, head south on State Street, check out the marquee. Yeah, they have updated the marquee there, so they've been working on this for a while. We were waving at the construction crews earlier last week. There's Lake Street, crossing underneath the L tracks here in the Loop of Chicago. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, they're working on the, let's see if we can see what they're working on here. We'll go over and check out the Chicago Theater in a second here. Well, they got it all fenced off here. I don't know if they want me peering over here, but they're working on the Dolores, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Jonathan, Robert, thanks everybody. Oh, I got some outdoor seating here for, how's it going? Yeah, I'm trying to get around this fence. There was a gentleman, he stopped because he saw me trying to not run over that fencing there. There, Craig David, May 13th. Odesda. Wanda Sykes, May 18th on the side there. And then we got Mike Berbigula, Laffy, April 28th. Chicago Theater, look at that. So here, ABC, ESPN Chicago. They're always streaming here. How you doing there? It's good to hear you. ESPN Chicago. And then here's the Channel 7 News. We'll probably go by the Channel 2 News as well. I can't tell if they're filming. Oh, they're cleaning up the desk there. Here's the Channel 7 News. I guess they're not filming from right there, but there's the Chicago Theater. Look at the tulips. The tulips are looking nice on State Street. Let's see what's going on there. Sweet Home Chicago. Orange is his color. Oh, are you talking about, yeah, Mr. T there? Orange is the new black. Yeah, Mr. Donald Trump orange. That's why the Triumph the Insult Dog, I can't even like repeat some of the jokes because he was having a lot of fun with that trial. But here, we'll head down State Street. See what's shaking here on State Street. See if the tulips are blooming here. Yeah, the divided states of America. It's amazing how one figure can polarize the country as much as that guy. And it affects even this city. This city, the way people react to the city, whether you live in it or live outside of it, has been polarized by that guy, and that's exactly what he wants. Play everybody off of everybody else, get everybody fighting, you know, and it's hard because a lot's at stake at this election. We're in election year. I'm amazed with the protests going on in some of the universities in New York City, Columbia and New York University, and, you know, Middle East wars are dividing people. There's the Nederlander Theater. But we try to stay as neutral as possible because I know the people that tune in here, their views span the gamut. What my views are, I don't expect anybody to, you know, I respect other people's views. I hope you respect mine. I got my own views. People that know me know what I think about all this stuff, but there's no reason for me to yammer away about it here. I complain enough as it is just dealing with comments and the pitfalls of live streaming. I had someone complain to me this morning, you know, if people get muted in the morning TikToks, they'll find me on a TikTok and they'll complain in the comments of the TikTok. And, you know, of course, someone's muted because they asked me to go to a dangerous area of Chicago and film there. And I'm glad my moderators muted that because we get that all the time. And I understand people might live in certain neighborhoods in different areas of the city and they're tired of seeing downtown or the rich, trendy north side, and they think since I'm commuting to work because I live on the north side, it makes me feel bad about where I live. You know, I work hard. You know, I like living by the lake. I live in gentrified Lincoln Park, I admit it, you know, and I don't have a car because I can't afford a car. And then I have to explain to people that, yeah, I know they might want to see Beverly, or they might want to see, you know, Garfield Park, or they might want to see Rogers Park, and I don't get to either of those areas. Those are 3 neighborhoods on the extreme southwest and north sides of the city. Of course, I don't get there. I don't film it a lot, but then I know they're not actually like demanding I go there, but they're just suggesting. But then they get muted, and then it leads to a bunch of hurt feelings, you know. And it's, look at this. So here's like a display going on. Is this like an art? Yeah, it's like an art exhibit going on here. Let's check this out here. This is nice. Look at it. Yeah, look at that. So maybe they're gonna, hey, how's it going? This is nice. Hey, I like that. So are you gonna like do like an art exhibit or something, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna fill them all up with water.
That's good. Maybe like multi different colors, or you just do water?
Just water. That's
good.
Yeah. This is where a puddle, when it rains, a puddle forms here.
Oh, that's interesting. So that's what this outline is.
Yeah. So I don't have enough stuff right now, but I'm gonna fill out the outline.
That's good. Well, I'm just happening walking by. That's good. That's nice. Okay, I'll let you continue. That's good. So yeah, he's doing a little the interactive art display there. There's always a puddle there, so he's putting the cups there. That's nice. We'll see what it looks like with the water in there. But here, Uniqlo. I'm missing comments right here. Hey, thanks for the emojis there. Yeah, I saw all these emojis here. That's good. Sad story. Patricia, how's it going here? Muddy Waters. Yeah, we went by the Muddy Waters mural I usually pointed out. I'm sorry I missed that comment. I got on my little aside there. But yeah, there's, you know, it's amazing how, yeah, you know, anger, fear, and hate are bigger motivators than hope and change, you know, and we know this, you know. Other leaders, both sides, all sides, play upon people's fears. You know, I don't know what this Kennedy guy's trying to be a spoiler in this election. You know, Joe Kennedy or whatever his name is. You know, don't forget that Cornel West is running for president too. I saw he jumped the protest line there in Columbia University, but he's more of a shoestring budget. That this Joe Kennedy guy actually got significant amount of votes in Michigan in the primary, so it's a bigger deal. But he'll take more votes away from Biden, which is scary for this election, you know. And you know, we remember Ralph Nader, Ross Perot, all these third-party candidates. God forbid, back to George Wallace. Oh my God! Here's the Gothic Target. Here's the beautiful Louis Sullivan designed. They call it the Sullivan Center. This used to be Carson Prairie Scott. The older Chicagoans remember Carson Prairie Scott, just like the Marshall Fields. And now it's gone, baby, gone. And it's been the Target store for a while. I'm glad it's something more than nothing. And then there's offices above. You go to a different elevator bank to get to the offices, but you can enter in the Gothic Target right here. And I'm just bouncing around the loop. I got no real agenda where I'm going here. I just want to show the beautiful, intricate Louis Sullivan designed cast iron facade here of the former Carson Prairie Scott. It's just beautiful in the Chicago style architecture with the giant windows we talk about here. Perfect for retail, but then not so good for smash and grab. And yeah, I saw those scary videos from New York City where the Targets, they lock up everything now. That might be the future of retail, where they have to lock up everything all the time to have a brick and mortar store. But hey, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to State Street. We're heading down here. Lifts the spirit. Yeah, so much wrought iron. Look at this amazing facade. Yeah, I mean, the amount of money it would cost to build this, just the labor cost of the craftsmanship to do this detail, unless they could, can they 3D print cast iron? I don't think so. That technology's not been developed yet. But look at the beautiful facade here of the intricate detail of Louis Sullivan's ornamentation here on the Sullivan Center, which used to be Carson Prairie Scott. Now it's the Gothic Target here on State Street. Thanks for tuning in here. Oh, it's classic beauty. This is on the National Historic Register, as you can imagine. And you got Foot Locker across the way. Here's the subway, the red line's underneath us. See 33. Look, even on the side of the door. See, they call it the Sullivan Center. And but here's a storefront for lease right on State Street. Yeah, commercial real estate's hurting. Not only Chicago, New York, other areas. North Michigan Avenue, there's some empty storefronts. Here on State Street, there's some empty storefronts. It's, you know, AI will do your shopping for you. It'll tell you what you think, what to buy. You just consume. It's beautiful. Here we'll go by. Here, of course, is there's the L going by there on the Wabash, of course, the Palmer House Hilton. The Palmer House Hilton's over here. We've gone in there many times. The beautiful interior of the Palmer House Hilton. You can see some of the similar, the peacocks, the amazing detail on the doors. This used to be an entrance to the Palmer House Hilton that they closed up. They got this clock. We're at Monroe and State Street. They got a Five Below over there. Look at these beautiful tulips here. We're on Tulip Patrol. We'll tip through the tulips here on State Street. Thanks for tuning in. Burbank, thanks for tuning in. Daryl, yeah, as always. Yeah, Michael, I'm glad you're enjoying the tulips. That's what we're doing here. I almost want to cross the street like this guy. Let's do it. Let's cross State Street here. That's looking north. We'll go by the Champ Sports here. There's a Champ Sports store. These tulips, they're only around the outside. They didn't plant anything in the inside, so they're all falling over. But here's the Champ store on State Street, so we can get a better view to the Palmer House Hilton. Potter Palmer and his wife, her maiden name was Honore. If you ever been on Honore Street in Bucktown or West Side, that's where that comes from. Here's the subway here in Rose Street. Look at these facades. See, look at that. Beef and Brandy, that's gone. There used to be a beef and brandy store, retail. Look how they got the windows boarded up. I wonder if we're gonna, this building looks like in pretty bad shape, this really narrow storefront here. And then this building is a power plant. There's a central power plant for heating and cooling, which it feeds like through pipes, steam pipes through the whole loop. And there's a power plant, or a heating and cooling tower right there. And there's another one south of the 311 South Wacker building, south of the Sears Tower. You can see it from the riverboats if you go take a cruise down that way. Yeah, is anybody traveling to Chicago anytime soon? We got the whole spring and summer ahead of us. Let me know. I know. But if not, you can just virtually tune in. I appreciate people tuning in. People tune in from the suburbs in Chicagoland just to watch this too. I appreciate this. We're down at Adams Street here on State and Adams, so let's make it right here. Let's make it right on Adams, because look, we got this amazing view to the Sears Tower. We were over here last week. We went in the Burkhoff's restaurant. I posted that on YouTube, but I might cut it out and transfer it to TikTok. I don't think TikTok's liking that I'm taking some YouTube content and posting it in landscape on TikTok. It's funny, they said they'll promote landscape videos, so I posted some, and they did promote them, but then they're not promoting them to the people that enjoy the content. They're probably sending to people that want to see like nasty content about Chicago, and they're all confused because they see that the city hasn't completely been destroyed or hollowed out, and there's still people that live and work here, and there's still businesses like McDonald's that have Fortune 500 corporate headquarters here that are pretty nice. And they don't know what to make of it. But Burkhoff's is still there. They have the #1 liquor license. And here, we'll go by the Calder. Well, we did that before. We went by the Calder flamingo sculpture over there. We'll stay on Adams because I want to go. There's a food hall over here. There's the top of the Board of Trade, Sears Tower, this nice grouping of buildings we got here on Adams. Yeah, jealous.
Sharon.
Yeah, you live here tuning in. That's good. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, I know you do. Appreciate it. Look at these tulips. Yeah, look at the tulips here. Let's head up Dearborn for a second here. Let's check out. Wait for this light to change here. So there's the Marquette building. We've gone inside there. They got those amazing mother of pearl mosaics. My connection always cuts out when I go in there. I've tried to cut out the footage and post it, but it just never works. You got to see it in person. Go inside the Marquette building if you're here. Chris has done it and other people. Here's the Calder statue, the Federal Plaza. This is Mies van der Rohe, international style. It's like the Seagram's building in New York City with his partner, Philip Johnson. And here we'll cross Dearborn Street. There's a bike lane here, two-way bike lane. You got to look both ways. It's always really nerve-wracking when you ride this on a bike because people aren't expecting you to come in the opposite direction. But this is the route of Route 66. It takes Adams Street. It heads over to Ogden and it heads south and west. But here, there's this food court over here. There's some restaurants. There, Center for Native Futures. The Center for Native Futures within the Marquette building. They got some art exhibits here. This is awesome. How you doing here? The Center for Native Futures here within the Marquette building. Featured artists. We should check this out sometime. I wonder, is this for free? Let's see. Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, so it's open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we'll have to come back when it's open. We might be able to check out the artwork there, some indigenous artwork. The Center for Native Futures there, which is, you know, there's the MacArthur. You ever hear of the MacArthur Fund when you watch PBS? The Arthur T. and whatever MacArthur Foundation. They got their offices are within the Marquette building there, and they got a whole display there too. Empanadas. Yeah, wait a few months. So here's the Revival Food Hall. You see how they're sitting in there? Let me see if my connection holds out. I'll show you this Revival Food Hall. And sometimes I lose my connection, so I'll check my bandwidth here. It's a nice food court. The Marquette building connects to this. This is the building on the other side. They got the Revival Food Hall here. It's nice to see. I won't name all the restaurants here. You can kind of check it out here. Here's the Revival Food Hall food court. Look, Stevie Ray Vaughan, AC/DC. There's Motorhead. Wow, look at that Kiss. Look at all these rock and roll pictures they got on the wall here. Revival Food Hall. All these great restaurants. It's nice to see this packed on a Tuesday. This is nice. So we'll head through here. And Lucky Cross, Hot Chai. You see this guy running around on TikTok. This is one of the places, Nashville Hot Chicken there. I still got to check out that place in Lincoln Park. There's a hot chicken place. I just haven't gotten over there, and I'll get over there later this spring. I'm sure. I got a nice food card. So we're on Clark Street. We're heading over to Clark Street. We just went through the Revival Food Hall here, and we'll pop out on Clark Street. This is the back side of the LaSalle Bank building. It looks the same way on LaSalle Street. It's amazing. This takes up an entire block, the size of this building here. And we're on Clark Street here in the Loop of Chicago here. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, streamlined. Yeah, check out that food hall. Yeah, how's the break going? I don't know. Yeah, the Nashville chicken place. We went by it, that red hot chicken, Nashville chicken. You see that guy? I seen him advertised on TikTok. He's always running around showing how easy it is to get from the bean to that location. And there's other locations throughout the city, I think, of the Nashville Red Hot there. So here we'll go up. There's a food truck. So now we're just dodging around the loop. I'm heading north on Clark Street, Loop of Chicago. Got these medallion in the street here. There's this bell. We'll see the Chase Bank building here. Delicia. There's a food truck over there. Yeah, sometimes it talks back to you. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to get some Pepto-Bismol after you eat the Nashville Red Hot Chicken. It's good going down, but you never know. There's the Italian Village. So we went by Burkhoff's. There's the Italian Village. There's the Chagall's mosaic. We've shown that before. And here's the tall Chase building right in the center of the loop here. They got a sunken plaza. And, hey, what's going on? No, I'm sorry, man. A guy was asking me for money. He wanted to interrupt my live stream to ask me for money. Oh, the audacity. Great, good for him. I'm sure he's probably really in need. I do donate to local food banks, which there's free stores all throughout Chicago where people in need can just go in there and get milk and all kinds of food, vegetables and bread and canned goods. It's amazing how well stocked our free stores are. There's free food available for people in need, which is a great thing, and I feel for people. But you still need money for other things. Here's the Harris Trust and Savings Bank. Look at these columns here. So here we'll bounce over to LaSalle Street. I know it gets redundant, you know, there's the L going by. I'm really happy and pleased that you good people tune in, because I know I cover the same ground I always cover. People expect me to go to different neighborhoods and stuff, but I do have a day job. I'm tied to my loop job, and that's why it's just easy for me to walk through the loop and capture scenes of the city here. I appreciate you for understanding. And you know, it's just good to see different seasons. Most people just tune in to see the weather. It's 60 degrees here, cloudy skies here in the loop of Chicago. There's this Northern Trust Company. Of course, Northern Trust is where the CNA building is now. They have offices there on Michigan Avenue, but I guess that's where they used to be. CIBC. We'll get an amazing view to the Board of Trade here when I look to this way. We went down to the Rookery. I posted those videos where we went inside the Rookery and went looking down LaSalle Street here. There's the Board of Trade. LaSalle Street, the historical financial center of Chicago, was centered on LaSalle Street, and that's why there's still these tall bank buildings and things like that. So we'll cross LaSalle Street. Look at this great view we got to the Board of Trade looking south. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, this is like quintessential Chicago scenery right here at LaSalle Street. And City Hall is up that way. Yeah, no problem. I mean, hey, it motivates me to get out here and take a walk. They said walking's healthy for you. It's probably the healthiest thing I do. If you see my diet, I don't eat the healthiest. You know, I still like a lot of ice cream, but put in over 20,000 steps a day. I can really pack in the calories like I'm a swimmer or something. One of my nephews is a swimmer in the local school leagues there, and he's skinny as a rail, but he can eat it like Michael Phelps. You can eat an amazing amount of calories because they burn it off in the pool there, you know. So if you put in a lot of mileage riding a bike or walking, you can eat more calories. But I'm a 250 pound man, and can you believe I can walk 10 miles a day and still weigh 250 pounds? Imagine how much I'd weigh if I didn't walk 10 miles a day. I'd weigh 350 pounds. Look at this guy spinning the hoop over there. Let's check out this guy spinning the hoop. I hope he's okay with me checking out what he's doing over here. He's doing his own TikTok here. Look at the tulips here. We'll just walk through this little public park here. Maybe we'll get the L going by. This is Wells Street. They got the fountains on. Look at that. They got the fountains on. This guy's doing his hoop magic here. And we got the, look at these nice fountains here, this little park here. And this is, hey, he's got his music. Look at that. Yeah, he's just doing his own thing. So you do your own thing in your own time. That's what it all is. Look at these tulips. The guy's just having his lunch right there. See, look at that. You can just sit in this park and they got these benches. Watch the L come by if we get a chance here. Yeah. America second. Why can't we just be another nation in the world that just coexists with other nations? You know, I know everybody wants to be number one. I remember I grew up during Ronald Reagan, you know, God bless America. I had good American patriotism, but there's positive, negatives, everything, you know. And you know, just I implore anybody, just don't put your political yard sign in my comments, you know. But for either Biden or Trump, I don't want either of them, because, you know, we have peoples whose opinions span the gamut. Every once in a while I touch upon my my opinions, and I try to make jokes about it and stay light about it. This is my show. I get to do that, you know, and I know people want to weigh in the comments. It's the nature of social media. But, you know, whatever the politician is, Biden or Trump, they're just politicians. They're not kings. They're not dictators. They're just politicians, and we should ridicule them both ad nauseum. I'm of the camp of Saturday Night Live, where we like to ridicule all our presidents, and that's free speech. Don't hold any politician in reverence and give them that much power, because historically in America, that's why we have the separation of powers. We don't want the executive branch to get too strong. We don't want the judicial branch to get too strong, you know? And we definitely don't want Congress to legislate everything and just dictate what everything is, you know? Here, look at the L going by here. I'm filming the L, thank you. I'm walking in a public street here, filming the L. You know, people yell at me, I can't film them, they're sitting outside. Welcome to America, where everybody's just yelling at each other. You know? If you don't want to be filmed, don't be on the public street. I feel for people that are forced to be in the public gaze. You know, I try to be respectful to homeless people. And I'm just trying to film the L going by, and this woman's yelling at me that I can't film her. You know, good. I'm going to go back and film her again. Not that I want to film her. I just want to walk this way. I'll try to watch when I walk by, she's going to say something to me. But hey, I'm a tough guy. I can handle it, you know. Here, look at the beautiful view we got underneath the L tracks. This is on Wells Street. And here, well, she actually moved. Isn't that amazing? She was wearing a mask. Yeah, go ahead and hide behind your mask. There we go. So here, we'll try to get through here. Try to navigate the streets here. I do notice more people wearing masks. That's interesting. I guess there's still illnesses going around. So we're heading over towards Franklin Street. We're still heading west through the loop. Yeah, people need to get over themselves. I'm trying to get over myself too. I'm thin-skinned. I take things too literally in the comments. Sometimes I misinterpret comments and I react badly to them. Thanks for understanding. We do the best we can. It's hard, you know. Everybody's in your face, at each other's throats. But you guys are nice. Thanks for being such a great audience here, the Lunch Bunch, and just tuning in. Scenes of the city here. We'll cross the street here. Got some nice stereos playing here. People blasting their music. Yeah. Look at that Cisco truck backing into that alley there. That's amazing. There's some people there. Hopefully I won't get a copyright infringement strike on my YouTube when I try to monetize this. Everything that can be monetized will be monetized. That's why I keep telling people. I said, TikTok is not free speech. Stop acting like it's free speech. It's monetized speech. TikTok doesn't have to respect anything we say, nor does YouTube. Hey, there's the... I'm gonna get stuck behind this Amazon truck. That's good. Yeah, you should hear the motorcycles and those Can-Ams that, as the summer heats up, some of the motorcycle stereos are really loud and they really echo off the buildings, and people, I'm like, they must be deaf, or I guess, you know, ride a motorcycle, you will lose some hearing. Here's the Civic Opera House. We'll head across Wacker Drive here. What time we got here? 12:36. So I better start reversing this. So we'll get across Wacker Drive here really quickly. There's a Amazon truck. Got to make a left behind me here. So there's the Sears Tower that way. This is the Mercantile Exchange. We'll go under the Civic Opera House here. It's nice colonnade here. Wacker Drive. Lyric Opera of Chicago. Joffrey's Midsummer Night's Dream. They're starting it early this year. Look at the green lights. They got the green lights under here. It's like it's St. Patrick's Day or something, but we're at the end of April here. Money makes the world go round. You got it. 3 vertical dots. That's good. That's good, Barry. Thanks, Barry, for the good info. Yeah, we know, you know, and then you understand I walk the fine line. I have a great team of moderators. I back up my moderators 100%. A lot of it's a judgment call. Comments get misinterpreted all the time. It's so funny when people get muted. We don't block them. We just mute it so they can come back on the... But, you know, it angers people because they want to be able to... We've been all conditioned. It keeps people engaged to keep putting comments on there. And if you can't, we feel like our rights are being taken away. But our rights are being taken away by corporate America all the time. You know, and I notice it live streaming. Corporate space. They have corporate security that will escort you off because, you know, you are on private property. It's different than being on the public street. Things that I used to think were public easements through like the pedway and stuff. Corporate security, because they fight off unhoused people trying to sleep there, and they see live streamers and they don't want it to be advertised so people can figure out how to get down there. Things like that, you know. But here, welcome to Wacker Drive in Washington. We're in Chicago. We're just bouncing around the loop here. We went behind the Bank of America Tower. There's an interesting view back there. Yeah, let's go check out the Riverwalk here. Since we're over here, we'll just cruise back the Riverwalk. We've done this before. I know I've done this exact same walk before, but it's nice. If you might have missed it before, and we'll just catch it on a different day, or maybe we'll see something interesting along the Riverwalk here. There's the Riverside Plaza. The Ogilvy train station's over here. This is the side of the Civic Opera House. There was a tour boat going by. We just missed it. So tomorrow, they might be lifting these bridges, but I'm not sure. And it depends on the weather. Yeah, there's always something new to see. Look at this. Look at these supports holding up this side of the Bank of America building. And it makes space here for this outdoor plaza. I think they did a good job how this is open to the public. And they see there's Chicago's Classic. Lady was going by. We just missed it. And here's the West Loop. All these buildings are built on air rights. There's railroads underneath there that go into Union Station. All those buildings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the Boeing building. Of course, Boeing moved to Washington, D.C. There's the Tuning Fork building, what I call it there, 150 North Riverside. We're on this riverfront esplanade behind the Bank of America building. Oh yeah, the weather's starting to warm up. It's not too bad today, 60 degrees, even though it's cloudy, but it'll be cooler tomorrow. But it might warm back up to the 70s, and rain, there's often a chance of rain the rest of the week, I think. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, those light fixtures were nice. Those green light fixtures on the bottom of the Civic Opera House here in Chicago. So here's this restaurant. This is Bizarre Meat, Jose Andres. Jose Andres, we've shown this before. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? See people, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, that's awesome. See, they're sitting there and they're enjoying the beautiful, look how packed it is. Jose Andres, Bizarre Meat, the Bar Mar. And they recognize me from TikTok probably. That's great. I never intended to be a minor local oddity here. Here's here, we'll walk underneath this. Oh, there's the L going by. There's the green line. So we got the light here. So there's the L train going across Lake Street there. We got the light here, so we'll head across here really quickly before these cars turn here. Always a car wanting to run you over. But here, we'll go underneath. There's this, I'll show you how the corner of this building is cantilevered. It's a missing column because it's actually cantilevered using the other columns. And structural engineers like to do this to show off their skills. And it's like the Citicorp building in New York City. See that? See, there's not a column on the corner of the building. And once I get across the street here, they got these supports are holding up in that support, and then the whole weight of this building is supported by these two columns here and here, and it opens up this corner for this entrance to 155 North Wacker, and you can walk right underneath this. How's it going? We'll head this way. Yeah, I think they voted on, well, what is it, going to the Senate now? I think they already passed something this weekend. It's pretty much a done deal where, you know, I don't know what's going to happen either. You know, they got 9 months to sell TikTok, and then, but China says they're not going to sell, which is funny. And people forget, you know, all the, you know, I know people want to say America first and stuff, and I get that. But for TikTok's perspective, America's only 2% of the Earth's population. TikTok and China can survive without America being on TikTok. India already banned TikTok. You notice there's not many people from India on TikTok. They're all on Instagram and YouTube. India is the largest nation population-wise now. It's surpassed China. So that's more significant. And if TikTok can function without India, they can certainly function without America. So I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. That's why I'm on YouTube. I'm all prepared. I keep telling my TikTok audience, you can watch me on YouTube. But people on TikTok love TikTok. That algorithm is very addictive, and it knows what people want, and it serves it up to their For You page. People buying TikTok, gotta be very careful. If they don't get the algorithm, it'll become like MySpace, and they'll buy something that everybody drops off of, you know, and I don't know what's going to happen either here. They're all different. There's the L going by there on Lake Street. If you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're on Randolph Street. We'll head straight down Randolph Street for a little bit. Look at this plaza. Same thing. Look at the CNA building here. So the CNA used to be the red building on Michigan Avenue. It's still red, but now Northern Trust has it. You see how there's not a column on the corner? All these structural engineers copied each other. They said, hey, you know, let's not put a column on the corner and show how smart we are. And then there it is, you know. Here, let's head up to Lake Street. Let's go up to Lake Street. We haven't gone this way in a while. We'll bounce around a different street that we don't usually go down. I think there's a Chipotle up here. There's some interesting buildings here underneath Yell Street. We'll go by Monk's. Let's check out Monk's over here. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Look, burgers, dogs, fries, and pies. There you go. Go to Bocce Pizza. Family-owned Bocce Pizza. Stromboli, pasta pies, jumbo slices. There you go. This is on Franklin Street. Here, Leona's. Downright American. Old school Italian. Go to Leona's here. Oh, sorry, they're in the way here. And are these cast iron? Yeah, cast iron columns here. I'll go over here to show you what I mean by the cast iron. See these cast iron columns? You see these on the older buildings. And these Italianate facades here. It's nice. If you go to Galveston, Texas, those old buildings on the Strand there in Galveston, they're all cast iron columns. This one's kind of hollow though. This one has it too. Look at these cast iron columns with the storefronts. Very, very sturdy there. Very sturdy storefronts. Yeah, Bocce, home of the world's largest slice of pizza. There you go. Go get the world's largest slice. If you people that like eating contests or, you know, giant burgers, giant pizzas, yeah, go to Bocce's there. So here we're underneath. We're at Franklin and Lake. They're working on the bridge there that connects to Orleans. What do we got here? More cast iron columns. Look at these Italianate buildings on the corner here. That one lost its cornice, but it's still got the cast iron columns there at the bottom. The L tracks here on Lake Street. We'll go to the intersection of Wells and Lake. There's a L track intersection with the switches. Here's the Big Shoulders Coffee. We're on Lake Street heading east here. So Linnea, how's it going? We'll Go by the Cairo effect. What else we got here? Big Shoulders Coffee. Yeah, we'll go by Monks. We went by Monks that weekend for St. Patrick's Day when they dyed the river green, and there was a big crowd outside of Monks. It was nice to see that. But here's the intersection of the L tracks here. La Cocina, Taqueria Tequila. Monks Pub, right here in the loop. Let's go in here and just check it out. Now open. We used to go here. This has been here for years. The Monks Pub right here, front Fruit and Spirits. Hopefully they're okay with me just taking a peek in here. Usually when I open the door, everybody turns around. There you get the mushroom burger, the total burger. They got the nice booths here. Look at Monks. Look at this beautiful bar. This is Monks Pub here, right in the loop. This classic place here. And look at even they got all the medieval kitsch. Isn't it? You check out Monks here. Yeah, look at that. Say, Mom will say, "What have you been doing all night?" I said, "I was hanging out at Monks." It reminds me of Seinfeld, that diner they went to. They called that Monks, right? But this is a bar in Chicago. You getting hungry? Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks for. That's what we try to. Bocce's Pizza and Monks. You can get food at Monks. It's mainly a bar, but here we'll cross the street here. And there, look at looking down Wells Street. There's always a car trying to run you over every time you cross the street. So here's this. You can hear the L going by. This is it's a four-way intersection for the L tracks right here at Lake and Wells. And that's why I have the sound, the train going by. Yeah, nice decor in there in Monks. But you know, I try to let people eat their lunch in peace. They don't need a live streamer filming them in their booth there. Everybody turned around when I went in there. You see a camera, everybody's like, "What's this guy doing? Let's get him. Let's get this live streamer. How dare you?" I understand it's private property. I got to get permission from the owner, you know. But here we'll get the see, look, is that a pink line? The pink line's around in the bend there at that intersection we were just at. Oops. Yeah, you're right. You notice that over on Wabash, they painted it more of a maroon brown color. This is the old pukey institutional yellow, you know, and yeah, you're right. They could paint it a better color. I agree. Here we're back at LaSalle Street. There's the brown line going by. Look at the color of those cars. Here we got the light here. We'll head across LaSalle Street. Look at that great view to the Board of Trade, looking down LaSalle Street. So look, there's construction work going on here. This is the Thompson Center. There's construction work. This is new. So Google wants to take this over. And let's look at this. Wow. So they're doing construction work on the Thompson Center. Look at that. Yeah, Helmut Jahn designed this. They got a permit. We don't know what's going to happen with the atrium. They're doing construction here on the Thompson Center. This is LaSalle Street. And I'm going to walk around the other side of this to see if we see more evidence of construction here. I'll have to repost. I went inside there. They were having the architectural biennial there in the fall. We went inside the Thompson Center and I filmed that atrium because if they change it, I wanted to document it. You see this, Kara? Remember when we went there? Jay City Walking Girl, she's gone in there too, and she filmed. They're gonna remove that sculpture, that weird looking sculpture in the front. So here, bear with me. I'm gonna head around the Thompson Center here and see if we can get some other views from the other side here. And I'll raise the selfie stick here. Watch out here. So see, that selfie stick helps out. I can get over that wall there. So I'll stop every so many feet and we'll kind of peer over the side here. That's still there. There it is right there. Look at that. So this is why this has value. This is real time scenes of the city, newsworthy events like the construction starting to happen here on the Thompson Center. Google supposedly supposed to move or build offices here. I don't know. They got that. Google has their big facilities in the West Loop there, and I always wondered how this was gonna fare. And look here, look at that, look at that. So there's so you can see the reflection of the yellow going by here. They look. You can look right into that atrium. You can look right into that atrium. I'll have to repost the before and after, and we'll do this in progress, so we'll be able to look at that column. They got that, and of course, poor Helmut Jahn has already passed on. He passed away in a horrible bike accident a few years ago, and I wonder what he would think, the architect, seeing his work being altered. There's the Cadillac Palace Theater. If you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're dancing around the loop. I better get back to the office here. It's 12:53. I'm already late back to work. I always get distracted by something that takes more time than I anticipate. But this is good stuff here. See, look, we can look right down here. We saw it better from the other side here. So they got scaffolding all along here. So we'll shoot straight down Randolph, and we'll connect to the other side here. Yeah, it might have had the sick building syndrome. It was government offices. It was the state of Illinois, Thompson Center. The DMV used to be at the bottom. They had a food court at the bottom. When I used to get haircuts, I would get haircuts there. There was like a haircuttery up on the second floor. I'd take the elevator up, and there was other government facilities in there. Now the police were using it. When I was there in the fall, the police had offices in there, and they didn't want people using the elevator. But we'll head around the front here. I'll see if I can peer over the fence. Bear with me here. We're just walking through the loop of Chicago. I'm trying to get construction progress photos of the Thompson Center. It's finally under construction here, and we'll peer over the fence here. Yeah, look at this. So this sculpture is going to be removed. They're going to remove that sculpture. They got it. Look, they got a crane there. They got a crane there, so they might be removing the sculpture. We'll come back later in the week and see if they remove this sculpture. So this is the Thompson Center. You see the atrium food court. They're doing construction here. They got it all fenced off, and they're starting to dig out the atrium there. I think they're going to remove the sculpture. Now I don't know if they're going to move it somewhere else, or if they're going to totally get rid of it. You know, I remember walking through that sculpture, and see, we're right across from the City Hall, and we'll cross the street here once we get the light here. So look at this. Charlie Brown in a blender. That's it. Yeah, Charlie Brown in a blender. That's what some people call this crazy sculpture. Some people use it as a restroom. Here's the Thompson Center under construction here. Google's gonna move some offices in there. I think that's what's happening. So we'll cross Clark Street here, and we'll head right back to Michigan Avenue. Wait to see if the traffic stops here. I'm waiting for the light to change here. One last light coming through here. Okay, good. So there it is, the Thompson Center. I'll post that video from when we went there in the fall. We went there for the biennial. See if I can get a better view of it here. Get far enough away to view the whole thing there, the spaceship building. Look at the City Hall. Yeah, live news. That's why, I always joked I should get my press pass, but Danny, like other people, they said, unless you really belong to a news organization, if you have a press pass, they'll say what news organization you belong to. If I say TikTok or YouTube, that's not good enough. I won't get a free press I won't be able to go into NASCAR for free. You know, you got to actually belong to a real credible news organization like the Associated Press or something. You know, that would be more valuable if I actually had an Associated Press credential than just paying some stupid organization to give me a card that doesn't mean anything. It says press on it. The police will laugh at that. They'll be like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. United States of whatever. There was a song like that. This is my United States of whatever. Paterinos. Yeah. So here we're over at the Goodman Theater. There's the Nederlander. This is Dearborn Street looking south. Goodman Theater. Let's see if we get across the street here. Yeah, we go. We got it. We got it. We'll go under the Nederlander. We'll head straight back towards Michigan Avenue here. What time we got? 12:58. 12:58. How you doing there? Let's see. Bruce Almighty. Yeah, he catches everything happening around him. You're right. I remember that movie. I remember when he dressed up like Mark Twain when the meteor hit the earth, you know, or the comet, you know, whatever it was. There's the yeah, we're underneath the Nederlander Theater here, the great marquee here. There's Garrett's Popcorn. Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. They were showing the same stuff over and over again. That's great. You get Broadway in Chicago here. Smells great here with the Garrett's Popcorn. We'll go by the Blick. Demishi, how you doing here? Yeah, we're just zigzagging through the loop here. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, everybody check out Demishi, the wonderful alpine walks there in the Bavarian Alps. Springtime in the Alps. Yeah. Thanks for sharing your part of the world. I'll share my part of the world. That's great. That's awesome. Chris. Yeah, you remember that song, My United States of whatever? That's what it feels like this election cycle. How can we take any of this seriously? You know, it's like Triumph the Insult Dog. That's why I sent that. It's just, you know, if we don't laugh, we'll cry how absurd some of this stuff is, you know. And here's State Street looking south. But that Thompson Center, as the summer progresses, I'll keep everybody updated. Let's see how that starts to look. They're finally starting construction on the Google renovations of the Thompson Center. So I'll whip out that old footage from when we went there in the fall when the architectural biennial was going on. We went inside that atrium so we can compare and contrast and see what they do to it. That atrium was also always problematic. It was always hard to heat and cool down, and they used it for a few movies. Here we're on, here we're trying to navigate the crowd here. We're on Randolph heading back. See, look, I wish all the people that tune in the morning, they say, where's all the people? Here's all the people right here. How you doing there? I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, look at the pink line going by. It's great. Go by the Ross. Yeah, thanks everybody for saying hello to Demishi. And yeah, there was someone else from I think that helps out with your live, Demishi, that was tuning in. We were talking. They said the wonderful name of the area there, southern Germany. But here we're back to, yeah, there it is. Wabash underneath. See, look how I like the color, the more maroon, you know, brownish color of the L-Trex here. The other side of the loop, it doesn't match. It's that pukey yellow color, you know. Look at the jeweler's building there. Here we'll go by the Gallery 37 here. LA Fitness, Cultural Center. That's good. Thanks, Elena. Thanks for tuning in here. Appreciate it. Look how they got these Urban Garden Lab, Science, Learning, and Action. Look at this. Look at this. They're growing some hydroponic plants here. Right on State Street. And look at these great mosaics. There's beautiful mosaics. There's an art gallery here called Gallery 37. They work with students in different schools that have art programs throughout the city, and they can showcase and sell their art here. I went inside there one time, and I'll have to go back there, but look at that alley there. But hey, we're almost back to Michigan Avenue. Thanks for tuning in. If you missed the earlier part of this live, it was nothing big. We just danced around the loop, went to the food court, and went over to the river, and then we reversed the whole thing. Yesterday, we went to the Buckingham Fountain, so if you missed that, you can check out the live where we walked through. It was sunny yesterday, so we walked through Grant Park, Millennium Park, went by the Bean, and checked out the Buckingham Fountain, which is not turned on. But here we'll go up to Michigan Avenue. You can get to the Pedway going down there. You can go down there and connect to Millennium Station, 150 North Michigan Avenue. There's beautiful spring trees there in Millennium Park, Grant Park. We're back to Michigan Avenue. Thanks everybody for tuning in for our little lunch walk here. We'll wrap this up, go back to work. We'll see if it's raining or not tonight for my walk home. Like a dummy, I left my umbrella at home. I had it at work, but I used it that other day, and I probably could have got away without using it, but that's okay. We'll see what the weather's like. 5 o'clock when I get out of work, we'll head home on TikTok. Thanks for being such a great audience and all the good comments here. Thanks, Mona T. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, have a good afternoon, Sharon, Elena. Thanks, everybody. Elena. Make sure I say your name right. Demishi, Mona. Yeah, Michael Anderson, John James, Chris, Richard Gardner, Patricia, Andres. Thanks, everybody else. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody I missed at the beginning there. Sharon and Tara. Thanks, everybody, for Merck for being on the lunch bunch here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we'll get across Lake Street. We got 12 seconds. If I get across Lake Street, then I can head right across Michigan. There's a one wheel. There's a guy on a one wheel right there. I'm running across the street. I'm on my two legs. He's got a one wheel. I got two legs. There it goes. Yeah, heading down the street there. There's a gray Tesla. So look at the beautiful Wrigley building, North Michigan Avenue. Nando's Nutella. We got the whole spring and summer ahead of us. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Mama Goo, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And thanks for watching on both TikTok and YouTube. We got you back here, so that's great. All right, talk to you later. Have a great day. Appreciate it, everybody. Thanks, Dolores. Yeah, see you at 5. Thanks, Dolores. All right.